Les Baer Stinger, got it back with the new sights on it, and let's see how it works with Freedom ammunition. Seems to be shooting pretty good.
Welcome to Rider's Range. You'll remember from part 15A where we had a problem with the Les Baer. Not Les Baer's fault. It was an aftermarket sight that apparently the previous owner of the gun put on that came off, so we couldn't complete all the testing with the Les Baer. So we said there'd be a part 15B, and here it is. We sent the Les Baer slide back to Baer, and I do need to say that Les Baer has been the most communicative gun company I've dealt with. They had a question, they called me direct, and to clarify exactly what sight I wanted to put on the back, and just really, really good customer service. I wasn't without this gun for very long at all. Very pleased with my dealings with Les Baer, and certainly encourages me to continue to support the Les Baer product. Again, I mentioned that I bought this gun used. Have no idea how much ammunition has been through it, but again, if you go back and review 15A, you'll see the problems we had with the sight. Again, not Les Baer's fault. So I had them just put a rear sight on it. I didn't send them the whole gun. They couldn't accuracy test it. I didn't have them change the front sight at the time. They put on just a rear sight, and I got it back, and immediately put it all back together, lubed it, took it to the range, and it wasn't shooting where I wanted it to. No fault of the rear sight. The aftermarket tritium front sight was not the right one for the rear sight. It was too wide to really properly see through the rear sight onto the front sight. And it was also a little bit too high, so it wasn't shooting where I wanted it to. So I got a hold of Dawson Precision and told them what width and what height front sight I wanted. They sent me a new front sight, and I installed that in place of the one that was on. And again, that was an aftermarket sight that was on there originally, and now this gun is shooting right where it belongs. It's a hair right. That's not their fault. That's my fault. There's the latest target. We'll also put that up compared to the old targets. Still shooting a hair right. I got to tweak it a little bit to the left, but elevation is right on. So this the Les Baer does shoot every bit as well as I expected it to. It'll still ring steel at 50 yards. It's accurate at 15 yards. It'll run the plates at 12 yards, and again, we'll be running some of that footage here throughout this video.
Les Baer Stinger shooting Freedom ammunition. Hold that. Oh, really?
Does it shoot any better than the Dan Wesson point man carry? Well, put it this way, it's every bit as good. I've got about the same amount of money tied up in both these guns. And again, you go back and refer to 15A, and we'll get all the specifics on that. The fit is just a little bit better on the Les Baer, as it should be, since the Dan Wesson is a production gun. We've gone through all of the different fit issues on these, whether or not the slide to frame fit is as good, or in this case the slide to extractor fit or frame to extractor is not quite the detail on the Dan Wesson as it is on the Les Baer, with almost perfection back there on the slide to frame and frame to extractor fit on the Dan Wesson, or excuse me, on the Les Baer. They shoot about as nice, they work about as nice, the triggers are very close. Really, really tough to make a decision on this. Again, I mentioned before in the earlier film that one thing I really like about the Dan Wesson is the rounded grip frame on the officer size frame. Something I don't have on an 11-year-old Les Baer. I'm sure that I could get it if I asked for it. So is there a winner here? Wow.
Dan Wesson, point man carry, 45. Freedom, 230 grain ammunition, 50 yards. See how the silhouette does. This red fiber optic in the front really makes it difficult to get precise aim at this distance. Well, I've got the silhouette. Let's try the 12. Hanging 12. How about the, let's try a white 10. No, try it again. There we go. Les Baer. Got it back from Les Baer with new sights. Let's see how it'll do at 50. Try the silhouette first. Oh, 12 inch next to it. Oh, what happened to that one? There we go. 12 inch hanging on the right. That's not good. There we go. How about the white 10 way on the left? Alright. 10 next to it. I think Les Baer is doing good.
You know, I'd be just as happy carrying either gun. The Les Baer to me holds a very slight edge just because of how well it's fitted, and certainly the customer service. Although again, the customer service experience I've had with Dan Wesson has been great also. So don't know. I'm not going to call either one a winner on this. You can't go wrong with either one. Obviously, most of the time you're going to spend more on that Les Baer Stinger than you are on the point man carry. So when it comes right down to it, is the price going to be a deciding factor? And it may very well be. In that case, the Dan Wesson's going to get the nod. So a little more shooting coming up here, and we'll show you how it works. And then we always appreciate a thumbs up on these videos if you like it. And please subscribe, click on notifications to know what's coming up. Visit our website, www.ridersrange.com, for the full playlist. And to help us get a little more notice on YouTube, we certainly appreciate it if you'd share these with others and try to get that subscriber base built up a little bit. Not for any money's sake on our part, because you know YouTube's not monetizing gun channels, certainly not small ones like this, but just to help us get a little bit more noticed on YouTube. I want to thank you for visiting Riders Range.
Les Baer Stinger. So far it's worked at 15 yards in the 3-inch circle. Working at 12-yard plates. I'm sure it'll hit the silhouette at 25. I'm sure it'll hit the hanging 12. Yeah, let's see. Let's go right to the 8. How about the center of the silver silhouette? There we go. Can I get it back? I got the head out. Can I get the head back? Not quite. Dan Wesson point man carry, 25 yards. Let's start out with the red torso. What's left of the red torso after shooting it a lot. 12 inch. Yeah, I'm not going to go for the 8, it's all twisted. We'll do a 10 inch. Center of the white torso. Alright, got it out. Can I get it back? There we go. Got the head while I was at it. Can I get the head back? It worked.